Welcome back to the Angry American. Let's see what's going on out in Cali. Really scary migrants caught attempting to board school buses filled with children in Southern California, terrifying parents. Well, that doesn't seem right. Migrants, terrifying children. Let's look into the details a little bit here. Fox 5 San Diego reported that several migrants were caught trying to board a school buses filled with helpless children in Southern Cali last week. Let's get right to the video evidence.
And now to a developing story out of the East County tonight. 2 school bus routes in the Jamul-Dulzura Union School District were interrupted for 2 straight days after several migrants tried to board school buses. Our Sarah Legre has the story tonight.
Well, yeah, there have been 2 migrant encounters in the past 2 days involving school buses and young children here at Jamul-Dulzura USD. Now, no one was injured and all students are safe, but parents are angry.
Your initial shock is you're helpless.
It's practical.
Could you imagine? Anybody who's a parent out there, or if you're not a parent, just try to imagine your kids on their way to school on a school bus. A bunch of fucking illegal migrants basically stop the school bus, flag it down, get in the road, do whatever they got to do, and try to force their asses on the bus. You don't know where these people came from. You don't know shit about them. You don't know if they're Mr. Nice Guy or they just got pushed out of a jail down in South America so they didn't have to pay their fucking bills anymore. Because a lot of that is what's going on. They're emptying out their jails and their institution. Trump ain't lying about it. It's true. Please continue.
This night for Nicole Cardinale and her son Apollo. It's the ordinary, but their morning certainly wasn't.
20 illegal migrants tried to get on the bus today at one of our bus stops.
Hours earlier, she got this email letting Nicole know her 8-year-old son was aboard his school bus heading to Jamul Elementary when all of a sudden...
Really confused. He said these adults, they weren't kids. He said, but they had backpacks on, Mom, and they tried to get on our bus. He said, and there was a lot of them.
The district confirmed 20 migrants tried to board the bus Wednesday morning when it stopped to pick up students here along its B route. That's when parents and the driver stepped in, keeping the migrants at bay.
It was definitely really scary.
It also happened Tuesday along Route A, shown here in orange near State Route 94. 3 men walked along the highway trying to stop the bus to, quote, go around their group.
When they see a bus, naturally...
Before we let Woketard talk, this fucking moron, you need to bring up the point that these people trying to board these buses... Now, this guy's going to ramble on about how, oh, they're victims and it's hot out and they just want to get somewhere. Their asses shouldn't be here in the first place, pal. I got news for you. They should not be in this country walking down our highways, stopping our kids' school buses. We don't roll like that. So we'll let him babble for a second. I can't even stand to hear him fucking talk.
The impulse might be, this will take me to a much safer area.
Safer area, pal. Safer area, you should stay in your home country. You don't go to a place you've never been to, break into it, and then wander around like, oh, I'm scared. Give me a fucking break. I'm not even gonna let him talk. I gotta be real with you. I don't even care about him. I do want to show you something else. Look at this. 150 kids in Stoughton, that's in Massachusetts, are without school buses to take them to school because they're using the school buses for the illegal students. Watch.
In a district outside of Boston will have to find a new way to get to school in September. They won't have bus service due to a shortage. This comes as the state started paying for buses for migrant students who families recently moved into their community. So joining us now is...
I just have no words for it. And you got Gavin Newsom, that complete, inept, sellout communist Marxist psycho out in Cali that's giving illegal immigrants 150 G's to buy a home. But you can't qualify for that if you're a U.S. citizen. Now check out this one other thing I want to show you. This little clip from the New York Post and of their video. Earlier this year, the U.S. Border Patrol said its migrant processing centers in San Diego region were at 245% capacity. So they're more than 2 times too full. So they're basically letting all of them in illegally. They're overrun. So, and that's the plan. Let everything get overrun. They can't house them all. They can't do it. And then they just start dumping out in the communities. That's like that video that everybody else is dropping today. This is like a 2-week-old story at this point, where the Venezuelan migrants have basically taken over apartment complexes out in Colorado. And the cops ain't doing shit. They just basically walk in with a bunch of guns. If you haven't seen it, let me know in the comments. I'll make a video about it. And take over the apartment complex. And nothing's getting done about it. They're doing it in Europe. God, they used to make, when I was a kid, there was a lot of jokes about the Polish people. Turns out they're the smartest mother effers in Europe, period. Because they said, not one Muslim migrant is getting into our country. Not one. Don't tell me they're asylum seekers. I don't care what they are. We're not letting not one in. And they haven't. Of course, they're catching heat about it, but guess what? They got the balls to say, I don't care if you don't like it. That's what we want. I'm here for my country and what my country wants, and we don't want that. Ireland and Britain, all these places are falling. Australia. The modern European world is falling to this fucking scam. We can't let America fall to it. So on that note, make sure you're ready to vote for Trumpy in November, and tell everybody who'll listen, and do whatever you can to get another person to vote for Trump. It's imperative. We are at a crossroads here where the insanity has gotten so bad that it's just unbelievable. Also, do another thing for the angry American. Smash that like button. Comment down below, like the video, do all that for the algorithm. And also be aware of your surroundings at all times, because it's just going to get a whole lot crazier before it gets better. Peace. Peace out.
I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.